Hello everyone, welcome back to Tackraft. Today we are in the Nether and I have begun work, as you can see, on the Blaze Farm. Now, the design I'm going to go for is the old Blaze Farm design that Etho came up with, because it's the one that I've found to be the easiest to build and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to talk you through a few of the things that I've done so far. So the cobblestone area that you see here is all area in which blazes can spawn. If I take one of those out, chances are, there we go, blaze appears and starts hurting already. Oh geez. So that's what the cobble's all there for. All that cobble is spawnable area for the blazes, and we're going to be getting rid of those eventually, but not right now. So we have this top layer they can spawn in, this bottom layer, and then the layer underneath. However, they aren't spawning here because they need the headroom, which comes from this block here. So with that in mind, I'm going to move on to the next bit now. We need to make it so that, as with most mob spawners, obviously they spawn in an 8x8 area, which doesn't centralize very well, so we need to find the center. And in order to do this, we have something very useful in the Nether, which is glowstone. And whichever has the biggest blob in the corner, as you can see here, it's there. If I switch to default textures, and you'll be able to see there's the big blob in the corner. That is what you're looking for on a bit of glowstone, because that tells you the corner that you need to extend. So that is what I have done here. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas on the other side here we have 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. So that is our entire spawning area. What we need to do now is build the wall that will go around it, and admittedly I wasn't very clever here, but when am I ever? So we're going to use the leftover cobble right here. Wait, that's not what I meant to do, never mind. We use the leftover cobble here to make our walls and ceilings and stuff. So we start by, let's do it this way around. So this will be the outer wall right here, and then we can just bring this all the way around. This is also the layer that the ceiling is going to go on, I believe. So let's just carry this all around. I will have to probably go and have a check. Actually, I've got one of these built in my in the single player world that I don't record, so I can go and have a little nosy at that and see how that is. But that is I believe that to be the top layer. In fact, I'm going to go into my single player world and have a look and just see how big, dimensions wise, this first chunk at the top of the system is. Well, here we are, and as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger than what I thought. You can have a look in here and see what's going on. So there we are, there's one. What happens is they spawn. Ah, look, here's the problem, you see, I haven't got things around the top. So, because I spend a bit of time just kind of wandering around up the top here. See, he sits there and then just wanders around a bit, and then need to wait for him to move off onto the pressure plates, which I need you to do very soon, please. Whenever you're ready, just walk off. Oh, he nearly went. But as you can see, this kind of dents efficiency a little bit, so I might need more resources than I had originally planned, but that's okay for now. So to reiterate here, So we have, there's this gap here, and then this is the ceiling. So, right. So really, I need ceiling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And then we can put the first set of pushers on the 5th, if that makes sense. I know what I mean in my head. Okay, so we are going to have these 3 blocks here, which I'm going to do symbolically. So these 3 rows of blocks all the way across will be the spawning area, which means that we need to bring a wall down to here. Then along here will be pistons, I should think. I wonder if I can put those in now. So if they fall onto here. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Probably going to need to come back and edit all this at some point. But the pistons will go along here to push these blocks out, which means that there needs to be a row of blocks here also for the pressure plates and a repeater so that it can actually power those things. Okay, that is... Sorry about that weird noise, I don't quite know what that was. That should be it. That should work for us nicely. Should. It is a very key word here because I'm kind of building this from memory. It would be helpful if you could stop blaze spawns with torches, but I don't think you can, which is frustrating. So, here's what's going to happen. They will spawn, then they will drop down onto here, which actually this could go up a level. Pistons could go up 1. That would probably be better for resources. So along here is where the pressure plates will go, and then along here is going to be fine, and then the pistons will go up 1. I do hope no one's trying to build this along with me. I should say that right now. Don't try and build this with me because it's not going to happen very well. This isn't a tutorial. Excuse me, this isn't a tutorial. This is me fumbling my way through. If you want a tutorial, go and talk to Etho. I am not your man here. So, okay. Actually, I wonder. Let's have a little bit of an investigation here, because I am not sure about this ceiling area here. And what I mean by that is, do things spawn up here? If they do, then the ceiling needs to go 1 higher. Ah, yes, they do. So, ceiling needs to go up 1 more. So, this wall that I'm building now will mark the ceiling level. Come on. Oh, great. I'll have to go and get that in a second. So this will be ceiling level, right here. Which means that I'm probably going to need to get rid of a bit more of this roof here so that we can... Okay, I'm going to get rid of more of the roof here so that there's a bit more room. Oh, if you could make netherrack tools, I would be swimming in them. So, that's given us a bit more room up here, which means that will be useful for when we come to putting the ceiling in. For now, though, let me... Oh, well, yep, that's what I wanted to do. Most definitely. Thank you. Thank you, game, for your absolutely alarmingly amazing prediction of judgment there. Whatever I'm trying to say. Okay. So that's that. Next. Next, I wish that the blazes wouldn't spawn when I get rid of the things, but they will. Next, I'm going to put the pistons in. At least I think this will be right. So this is the corner of the wall, which means we'll have those there, which means that this corner is actually empty, and the first piston's going right here. So let's put these in. Probably should have done this right the first time, but ain't nobody got time for that. Well, sure you do, son. You just have to dedicate yourself. Okay, so corner of the wall right here. So we'll put those there, which means that now we need a ring around here for them to spawn on. I'm going to get rid of these temporarily until I need to put them back in. And obviously most of this floor as well that we are currently standing on is going to have to go at some point, but we shall move on to that in the near future. Here's another corner wall, which means that this is also not here. Just like that. Am I missing a piston? How many have I put down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. That doesn't seem right somehow. I feel like maybe I've... Oh! Derp! It's because this is the corner wall right here. Haha! Yeah. Okay, let's get this right this time. So here's the corner right here. So that means that they go there. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's gotten it together a bit more easily. And then we'll put these down here, which makes our next corner thing. Okay? Marvellous. Exquisite, as they say somewhere these days, maybe. No one says exquisite anymore. Except for maybe food critics at restaurants. Oh, the paella was absolutely exquisite. Marvellous. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, to be a restaurant critic. What do you do for a living? I eat. Oh, nice. I eat it and judge it like some kind of fat Simon Cowell. Oh, what a clever man he is. Maybe he should do a talent show like that. Welcome to Britain Eats Food! Today we have an alarming dish from southeast Portugal, which is part of England. Oh, I don't know. Was Portugal ever part of England? Did like England ever like colonize or invade Portugal? I mean, I think we invaded quite a few places back in the day. We don't do it now. We've grown up a bit. Let's get some more pistons in. 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Yes, this is... At least I think this is going alright. It's beginning to look the part, which is important. Okay. Corner. There you are. Come down here. And we'll put these along here. Whoops, 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 whoops. I need to get back up there so I can put one in that hole. That's what she said. Maybe. And then those go there. And then these are going to stretch along here. And then we're going to have another bank of pistons along the top here. Now obviously what I'm going to need to do here is put this piston on the wall correctly. And sort out the entryway into this area and stuff. But I will do that later. Always later. It's always later with you. Well, yes. Yes, it is. Oh. Wait. Ah, this is too far back. Come this way. Oh, this is a pain. This is a pain. It's a pain. But ultimately the gain. Haha, now. The gain is gastronomical. Astronomical. Gastronomical is a kind of food related word. I think. Gastronomy is to do with food. It's the study of food, isn't it? Science. The science behind food. Because of old Heston Blumenauer. He's an English chef who... Well, I say he's a chef. He is more of a food scientist. In fact, I think that's what he calls himself, a food scientist. With the explicit aim of making crazy things with food, basically. He built giant biscuits and fried eggs, and he's a funny old fellow. He really is. You know, he is what every mum will have spoken about when they say, "Oh, don't play with your food." Heston Blumenauer played with all of his food. A lot. Ah, great. Okay. Well, this is the first bit of the outer shell, I think. Yeah, why not? Okay. Let me see how long I've been recording for here. 16 minutes, roughly. Okay, well, I think it's we should spend some time hollowing out the rest of the floor here. Not all of it, but just give it a bit of time hollowing out and stuff. So let's get rid of all this, just so we have more room to work with down here. We've got room to work with upstairs. We made room for the ceiling. Let's make room in the floor here for a bit more stuff. Ah, blaze farms are tricky, you know. It's a tough thing to work out, you know. They're very resource heavy, so that's one problem. They're also very difficult to make, which is another problem. I think I'm very fortunate I haven't died yet. When I was trying to stop blazes from spawning by surrounding the spawner there, it was like they knew they were putting out their final fight, and they gave a good one. They really did. However, having said that, with all the problems with blaze farms, they are very good for XP. I think, as far as I know, blazes give the most XP of any mob in the game, bar the Ender Dragon. But you can't farm the Ender Dragon. There's only one of him. So it's a real risk versus reward, you know, thing. You know, do you really need a blaze farm? Is it worth it? And I think in this instance, yeah, it kind of is. You know, maybe not for the XP. We've got the skeleton farm, and although that'll take longer, you know, it's a lot safer to do, and we haven't got to build one because we've already built it. But obviously you can't get blaze rods from a skeleton farm, which is a problem. You know, you need blaze rods for things. They kind of, excuse me, they kind of escape me now. But for fuel and stuff, you know, you can burn blaze rods, and they're better than coal. And you can also use them for potion stands, and I think you turn them into blaze powder and add those to ender pearls to make eyes of ender, which you use to find the stronghold. So they're useful to have around. So it's a real pros versus cons situation here, and I think pros versus cons in this situation has resulted in, yep, let's build a blaze farm. Well, I say I think. I know that's what it's resulted in because, well, I'm building it. Oh dear. So sorry if I kind of began to ramble a bit there, but well, you know me, rambling on and on and on. And if you don't know me, why not? You're missing out. Hit the subscribe button and stop missing out on rambling and carrots and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, all that jargon. So let's carry on here. Let's carry on. I'm going to leave that little like pyramid-y type thing in the centre so I can get... Actually, I don't even need that there, do I now? I can get rid of this. I know where the spawner is. I don't need the glowstone anymore. Are we going to get 4 bits back? No, just 2. Marvellous. Okay, great. Well, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and in this case I wish to choose begging. Put the torch there. And dig up. We're going to need to hollow out a lot more floor than I have managed so far. That is, of course, the other problem with it. I can't actually remember if I mentioned it or not, but blaze farms are big and clunky. There's no real way to build a tiny one. You know, in comparison to the skeleton farm we have on this world, that's tiny. You know, but this is colossal in comparison to literally anything. The blaze farm is a huge project. Shouldn't be undertaken lightly. It's very big, very demanding. So make sure you think it through before you act. We got this quartz here as well. Now, I've found quartz while I've been doing this, and I've just taken it up. But should I leave it there and bring a fortune pick back with me? I don't know. I might do, actually. I might bring my silk touch down. I've got a silk touch pick at home. I might bring that down with me, and we'll use that on it instead and save it for later. Because I think my fortune pick is only like fortune 1, which isn't great for greedy souls like me. So it might be better off to bring the silk touch down here and wait until we can get a fortune 3. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh well, I'm going to finish up this layer and then we will be back, and then I will most probably end this episode. Yeah, we're done here. I am out of materials to make more tools and stuff with, so I need to carry a bunch of this junk home with me and work out what I need to bring back with me. What do I need? Like wood and stone, really. Okay, well, that'll do for this episode. I shall see you in the next Tackraft episode, when we might carry on with this. Or we might do something else, because we've had a few Nether episodes in a row recently, so it might be good to move on to something else. We shall see, though. Until then, goodbye.